Welcome back to the Aussie Park Bowling Club right here in Perth, Western Australia for the 2024 Men's Country Week Singles Final. It's going to be an absolute cracker. Matty Mitchell to take on Justin Smith. Clive Adams here, joined by Peter Harris once more. How are you, Pete?
Yeah, I'm going good. Going good. Not halfway through. One game down, two to go.
This is going to be...
This should be good.
This is going to be
should be good.
Yep. So Matty, as you'll see, is using the greener coloured bowl, and Justin using the bright blue coloured bowl. So you'll see those as we get underway. We've got pictures. All right, Matty is getting underway with the first bowl. And this is a 21-up match. And it looks like he's going to make the ditch with his first one. Just trickles in. No roll-up for these guys. They were offered and they chose to go straight in.
They did.
So, and I tell you what,
Justin
they might have matched each other here.
So he might sink the jack in the ditch.
This one will stay up. So
a little bit of breeze is slightly behind him maybe, but...
Yeah, it's probably the strongest the breeze has been all day.
So nearly ditch to ditch. So it's a tough length Matty's picked first up.
He's corrected pretty well though, Pete. And then there's a good bowl. All right. Justin, we saw a thrilling semi-final. Justin Smith from York advancing over Joel Leeson 21-20. Matty Mitchell's had the morning off. He defeated Michael Spadaccini
from Bunbury
21-6 yesterday, and a very dominant display to make his way through. Both of these players have tasted victory in this event before, and both in recent years, really, over the last 5 or 6 years. They've Justin's had 2 victories and Matty's had the one. Of course, Matty from Emu Point. Justin looks to correct, just drifts across and lands on the Mitchell bowl. Still 1 to Matt Mitchell. This will be, I tell you what, this is going to be
exciting.
High pace. No, this could be a
high
pace.
Oh yeah, no, they don't muck around. Even when they follow bowls, they get back, and it will be.
I looked around to see where Matty was there, and his bowl was already on the way. Weight here from Justin.
Straight up.
Looks tight. Doesn't want his own now. And just misses it. So it'll be 1 to Matty to get us scoring in this one. As I say, any number of ends required. First to score 21 takes the title. And it should be a really entertaining match. Big thank you to AFGRI and the Regional Men's Health Initiative for their partnership in bringing you Country Week and our live streaming. Partners play such a huge role in allowing us to do this, and just a reminder of that Regional Men's Health Initiative message. Talk to a mate, and if you want them involved in your club, to come out and have a chat, and they are more than willing to do so. Get in touch with Bowls WA and we will make all that happen. As talk about really making it happen, Matty Mitchell makes it happen big time. Neither of these players are afraid to use weight.
No, they'll play all the shots.
Probably see a little bit more weight from Justin perhaps than Matty. But both of them have got all the shots, as you say. I feel like Justin's just more inclined to run at things.
Maybe.
Just a little bit more so. But in these windy conditions, as Matty matches up another one here,
gets back on the line. If he falls on the line, he'll be happy. Didn't quite get down. So, yeah, Dan will be working hard on the cameras because as soon as the bowl stops, they're ready to go. And this is a good... No, it's just pulling around. I thought it was getting down. Didn't quite get down to the jack.
So Matty making the change to the forehand here. Now you'll find that this doesn't quite get down as much out here. That's exactly what's happened. It's
As
just
much as you think.
I think he wanted to get back for a little bit of cover anyway, but didn't quite get there. In terms of that,
yeah.
And he has passed the jack as Justin.
Hold again.
Both players, as we say, didn't have a roll up on this rink, so you just got to learn the rink a little bit, and it'll feel like that side should be quite wide with the breeze coming across, but it just doesn't swoop. Mm.
Just doesn't.
Around about this rink's been renowned for that over the years too.
Even when it was replanted, still did the same thing.
Yes. No jack required here
jack.
for Matty, and just nudges it as he goes past.
So he's still holding 2. Ball's gone. Again, with the extra weight, that won't get down. So.
All right, so it's going to be another 2 on the board to Matty, and he leads it 3-0. All right, so clear plan here for Matty is jack deep to the tee. That's about 2 metres off being a full length end with the mat just up a little bit. Be interesting to see what Justin's choice is once he gets control of the mat. Tell you what, don't blink. This one is going to move at a fast
rapid
pace.
fire. No thinking time. Just going to pull up, is it, or grab the jack?
The jack, just on the inside, but that'll do for shot.
Matthew again, is slightly on the tight side, but it held long enough. He hasn't got wide bowls, Matthew.
Matthew's never had wide bowls.
No. So we may get caught. Everyone may get caught thinking he's tighter than what he is.
Justin in the area with this too. Look at this.
You'll definitely see more finish on Justin's bowls.
Nicely played. That'll do for number 1.
Expect Matthew to attack this a bit. It was a good sit, jack.
He is really close. Got this belly. Oh, he held and actually caught the edge. I thought he was getting right down to the guts of that.
Might have got a gust or 2, I reckon.
I think he made shot. Surely.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think so. As far as Justin chose that hand, it looks like a bit of a sit on the other hand from our angles. That ball just wobbles in.
Well changed, Pete. That was about to be that ball just stays up.
Never had it under control.
Of course, congratulations to our pairs champions, Peter Cole and Tom Ellison. Put the runs on the board early in that pairs match. And the result was never in doubt, despite it being a quality match.
Yeah, closer game than the score indicated, that's for sure. It's interesting to see this might make Justin change hands now.
Yep.
And it certainly has. He can certainly play a similar weight to his last one, but if that's what he desires.
He's definitely got weight on it. And he's very close. He's very close. And gets it. Beautifully played. Leaves his own one there. We'll probably get a measure for 2 perhaps. Although Michael's already got 2 paddles ready. And there they are. 2 it is. So 3-2 the lead to Matt Mitchell. That's 3 ends played. Doesn't matter how many ends though. 21 up is the journey. Now, what's Justin doing with this jack? So significantly shorter length.
And Matt might just question this one.
It's not long enough. Chuck it back. Okay.
There's obviously no dispute from Justin.
So back to a fairly full length by the look of it. Certainly is. Interesting. Justin already making the switch here to the forehand in this direction.
Yep.
And he's done it well.
Well, as long as you know it's not as wide as you think, it's probably a safe option.
Probably wasn't the hand of choice during the pairs.
No, wouldn't have been.
But
I think even with the breeze blowing, it's a similar. It's not much different in the line. Maybe even a bit kinder. Less gust affected. Just hasn't quite got the weight on this one.
As Matt made the adjustment. Just needs it to pull up now. Well, he landed, so that'll do the job. That's the trap for Justin, just finding it out just a little wide there, and it just doesn't want to hook back late. No. Certainly wasn't far away. I'm interested with the scoreboard here. We'll have to check this because...
Well, it is 3-2. One says 3, one says 2. That one's correct.
Yep.
Pretty sure it's correct.
Yep, they're just fixing that up now. All right, can Justin make that slight correction? It's only a slight correction he needs. Problem is with a little bit of weight, it's going to hold. Yep.
It's more the weight that time.
Be interesting to see if he stays there, because it feels like as soon as you add a little bit of weight, that line is just a bit tricky to find.
It'll be that bit of that mental battle. Because you feel that breeze, you want to throw it out wider than what it desires. So.
And Matt switched to the forehand, knowing that he can nudge the jack or just nestle inside these Justin Smith bowls. Is he going to get down?
No, I don't think so. No.
It looks like it wants to, but it doesn't come back from out there. So,
it might have snuck in, did it?
Well, it fell in.
Yeah, fell down late. So it might have done enough.
Well, it's going to be that one, I think. It's a matter of the other one. Oh, well, there you go. So it is going to be a couple to Matt Mitchell. He leads at 5 shots to 2. Now, is this jack going to pull up? It will, so that's nice and safe. Of course, we've still got the 4s final to come for you today. I'd be banking around about 2 o'clock, Pete.
Yeah, well, the pace that these blokes go
quick.
At, so that's the plan.
And that is Pinjarra versus Queriting.
Yes. Bill Fraser and his team did a great job yesterday, but Shane, the really strong Geraldton team, Shane Gedissinan and Michael Ford, John Trotter.
Yeah, it was a good team.
Really good team. Oh, it was half a state team. It's half a state fours winner. So
half a state fours team, a country week singles champion in there, Michael Ford.
Yeah, and country pairs. Shane and Michael won the pairs together.
Yep.
Oh, getting breezy.
And Kim Trotter goes all right on his own. So that's
that was a solid win by the Queriting boys.
Just a bit short there, so an opportunity now for Justin to find his metre correction. As the wind whips through here. And he might have overdone the metre. Certainly not easy conditions here for those unfamiliar with Perth. This time of the day we generally do have a breeze. It's not unusual, but does make conditions somewhat tricky at times.
Yeah, Osborne Park as well. They do come around angles at Aussie Park.
Well, a trail of the jack there from Matt, so that'll work for him.
The green behind us is on a bit of a lower level, so I think it comes up over the top of the mound kind of thing, and so it does do different things.
Justin needs this to push. And I don't think it has. The marquee starting to
rock and roll,
to take off. Yep. Has Matt got a clear run here? He has.
Stays on. Probably three.
Three's the signal. Michael went to make the signal and Justin already played his bowl. Now, does he get a bit of contact?
He needs all of it. And he got a half of it.
Oh, I reckon it helps. It might even be second shot.
Justin's.
Or is it shot?
No, it's two.
Wow, okay.
Still two, so 7-2 to Matt. Matt's made a flying start.
Well, the last four ends have all been twos. Justin got one of them, but Matty's got three of them to lead that 7-2. And as you say, this could be a record time. I reckon this will be done by about 1:15, regardless of who wins.
1:15. I was thinking one.
Yeah.
Does finish it a bit earlier. We will bring the fours time a bit earlier as well. We won't. So stay tuned. Matthew, just.
Well, the key to that, Pete, is making sure you've got your like on the Bowls WA Facebook page, making sure your notifications are on, and then you get a notification when we go live, so you don't miss anything. Because the fours final should be another great match. You don't want to miss the first few ends because you missed the time.
So Matt's still got his weight on, got more weight on.
Was women's pennant finals start on Monday, Pete? The Tuesday women's competition in the metro area.
So
Manning sneaking on top in the last week. That might be the first time they were on top all year.
Could have been.
Yeah.
They might have been on top last week as well, but I think it might have been only on percentage or something.
Oh, okay.
It was close anyway, but the Manning Osborne Park for semi-final.
And Aussie Park North
Beach semi-final.
In the Premier League.
Of course, live streamed. Next Wednesday, the grand final.
Is that going to get down for Justin? Not quite. His weight was perfect. In a way, that just acts as a guide now for Matty sitting out there jack high. Line looks handy again. Just needs it to get down inside that bowl. Catches the edge, that'll do.
Yeah, nice land. It's another two.
Well, we said it was a guide for him. I mean, he's looking at his body language. I think he knows he was a little bit fortunate with the way that landed for him, but it was there to land, and the trail was all right for him as well. So can't blame him for reaching there. So it's another two sitting there at the moment. Justin, get in here and cut this down. He's not far away.
It's all on the weight.
Not far away at all.
It doesn't want to fall over. So I don't know now. I think he had it for a second. Or must have had it for a second. I think Matthew was going to measure that one. And Justin kicked it out.
Oh, okay.
Justin was happy that Matthews was shot. Might still be 2. I think that falling out cost him just the 1.
So 1 it will
Can't read a measure.
8-2 is the scoreline. For those people just wondering what the Darcy effect is on Matty's shirt, of course, it's it is something that's close to his heart, and they're a group that's building awareness of rural and remote medical services, such that those communities can more easily access the support they need through the Rural Paediatric Health Hub. So about paediatric health and providing care packs, and it's a very good very good cause.
Very important.
Aligns nicely with regional men's health as well, in terms of accessing better health services for rural and regional communities.
Justin wasn't happy with it, but it might have been a bit better than he thought. I think he thought he was a bit quicker than that. This is tight line.
The weight correction was there, but just lost the line a little. Didn't go far away.
No, it didn't. So Justin switches. He's just searching a little bit here, Justin. He needs to just find a pattern and a couple of close bowls. Give him a bit of confidence on what hand he wants to play.
He's proven he can work it out. I mean, he came from the clouds really against Joel this morning.
Yep.
It looked like Joel was going to get over the line there, about 1914, I think it was. Might have been a little bit more than that even. And not to be outdone, he managed to get back and win that one, so we know he can do it. 8-2 behind, 21 up. You just got to be a little bit careful you don't let that get away too much more.
Certainly being in a final won't faze him whatsoever.
He's overdone the weight on that one, so... Yeah, I mean, there's just that difference between a 21 and a 25, perhaps. It can just find yourself getting to that 21 pretty quickly, or the opposition getting to that 21 pretty quickly, if you don't stem the tide.
Matthew still got a bit of weight on this one. So he's going to go through that hole.
Brian Thomas said, bit of breeze, come to Gero. Yes, certainly known for a bit of breeze up there at Geraldton, Wanthella.
Yeah, told that when we went live stream up at Denison. It was a beautiful 2 days with wind.
Right.
The locals were shocked.
What, it was settled, was it?
Hey, it was quite, it wasn't much breeze at all.
Right, okay.
Last interzone round robin up at Denison. Shocked the locals, they didn't know what to do.
And that is going to be one more on the board to Matty. He leads at 9 shots to 2 in the race to 21. And if you've just joined us, you are watching the 2024 Men's Country Week Singles Final, brought to us by AFGRI and Regional Men's Health Initiative.
Well, this is a bit shorter. Don't know if it was a misthrow or it was meant.
I reckon the first bowl's sometimes a giveaway in that.
Yeah,
I reckon it was a short throw, Pete. There's so often you don't get the... It happens with leads in fours as well. They miss you with the jack, and then their first bowl lands right where you wanted the jack.
Where your feet were.
Yep.
Well, Matthew doesn't give too much away whether he's made a error or not. He's
you wouldn't know.
Very similar the whole time. Just gets on with it. So you know they're both fast.
He's corrected well, Pete.
I wonder if Justin at some point may use the slow down tactics. It's not his natural game, but upset Matthew's rhythm a little
Just
bit.
get up and down the green a little bit. Look at the head, that sort of stuff.
Yeah. So still moving at your pace, but slowing him down. It's not a natural thing for him.
There's a few people in singles that just they just follow their third bowl. That's what they do.
Mm.
I know good mate of ours, great shot there
Yes.
from Matty. Good mate of ours, Tristan Smallercombe, plays that way. Just about pretty much every time follows his third bowl. Of course, an Australian singles champion.
He is. At South Perth? Is that where he won it?
No, he won it.
He's in
would have
them all
been-
the time. It's hard to keep up.
It would have been Club Dandenong, I think.
Ah, okay. Actually, yes, it might have been Ray Pearce or someone who won it at South Perth. Pushing through Matty, is he? No, he's changed his hands.
Tell you what, it's holding up. Not
Doesn't
quite
want it to
going
hold
to.
now.
No. Kept him interested a long way, despite that breeze coming across.
So obviously sitting that ball out is good for Justin, but he doesn't want to get half a jack. He slides through the hole and only gets half that jack. It's not good for him at all. Could be a little bit careful here. He's close to something. What's he getting? Stay with it then. So he knew the danger, or he got his own bowl to it. So he certainly knew the danger. What's the result?
Which way does this one go?
Yeah, what's the result?
Tape's out again.
Again. Problem is the tape's not even slowing them down. They measure quickly as well.
And I believe it is one to Justin. Certainly is. 9-3 the lead to Matt Mitchell here. Matt from Emu Point. Justin Smith from York. And it's Matty that's had the early scoring covered.
So definitely shorter, but this one's long enough. Again, chosen this backhand. Got the weight right.
Persevering with that different hand. Both players playing a different hand predominantly. Looks like Matty's a bit quick with this first one. But do you think we can only judge from looking from the side, Pete, but do you think now that rain's disappeared, bit of breeze across the green, there's a chance it's picking up a bit of pace again?
Well, it should be drying out, that's for
It
sure.
hasn't had sun on it per se. There hasn't been an
No,
awful
but the
lot of
wind's
sun.
drying it out.
So there might be a little bit of a pace increase.
They're certainly going downwind this way now. It's certainly coming from over their left shoulder.
Matty looking for the jack and misses. So a little bit of an opportunity here for Justin learning. He's holding two. Expect he might add another one here, but he is racing a little.
It's a pretty good home.
And will count for now. Can Matt find the correction he needs?
Certainly better weight. Has he got enough weight?
He does.
Does. So
Well played.
shot hidden away a little bit. Justin instantly on the mat. Change hand. Exactly what he was doing. Or what he wants to do.
And he's just outside the target. It's an opportunity for Matty to add another one now. He's just drawn it. And he add another one. He'll be the first to get into double figures.
Well, this one isn't short.
Well, what's he doing with the jack?
I'm pretty sure he's not what he wanted to do with the jack.
That is going to be one to Justin. Matty not happy with that result.
No.
He's now not the first to get to double figures, and it's a 9-4 lead. Still a 9-4 lead to Matty. Just overdid that last bowl. I think that was probably just a matter of put it out in the breeze, and the breeze just pushed it well through.
So they're pushing up into the breeze this way. Corner breeze, so he's just going. Weight was very good.
Yeah, it's got the feel of slightly different weight in each direction, doesn't it? Because it's the breeze is actually close to straight up and down.
It's swinging, isn't it?
Mm.
Depending which flag you look at.
Yeah, it's not far off straight up and down, so that can make it challenging.
Again, just didn't quite get it out there, Justin.
I remember my first ever state singles, Pete. I drew Peter Sedelic. We were playing at Hilton Park. It was about an 18-second green. There was a howling breeze, and he was playing absolute minimum with the wind and absolute maximum into the wind. It was a massive learning experience for me at about 14 years old. Great man, Peter Sedelic. One of the best ever.
Let's just push this one now. So, still searching. Can Matthew keep the weight and find the line? He's still not wide. But it'll do enough. So, holding 2.
Justin just commenting on how much that bowl of Matty's held its line.
Justin needs to hold his line too, and he's done that.
He has, yep.
Really good reply there.
Now, can that be seen? Would Matty be tempted to look for it? You can see 3/4 of it from the mat. Or does he just favour the draw? He's got the back bowl, so he could search here for one or the other.
It's a fair distance between them for one or the other.
I think that's what we're seeing. Certainly weight.
Certainly not short.
And he's found the gap. So it's going to be another one on the board here. It's Justin Smith, and he's just creeping his way back.
Working his way in while he's working out his game at the same time.
3 ones in a row. Now we know that the previous end, Matty gave it to him with the last bowl, but still one on the board. So 3 ends in a row. And I think he has disappeared off the rink, has he?
Yes.
Yep, might have gone for a quick comfort stop. So that is a 9-5 lead to Matt Mitchell. Don't forget, still to come, we have the men's 4s final. We think around about 2 o'clock, but it might be earlier than that.
Might be earlier.
And that will be Pinjarra's Brad Ball, Peter Italic, Leon Birch and John McCook. And you might say, hang on a minute, haven't we already seen Leon Birch and John McCook? Yes, we have. But they got a chance at winning the 4s title as well. They'll take on Queridings, Bill Fraser, Colin Hayes, Vincent Hadlow, although he's going to hate me calling him that, and Rob Wilson.
Okay, we'll go Vince.
He is known as Bullet. Introduces himself as Bullet. Justin just heading back out onto the rink now, so not a long delay there. No time limits on any of these matches, so no issue there. And there's your Talk to a Mate Regional Men's Health Initiative. It's a great partnership that we have. And those that have had the talks at their clubs, every club comes back to us and says how worthwhile they've been. Starts conversations that are healthy conversations, Pete.
Certainly, everyone. No matter what stage of life you're at, all could do with someone to talk to.
Well, Justin's missed his weight coming back. It will hang up at the back of the rink. It's almost decision time for Justin. Is he going to persevere on this other hand, or is he going to switch to the same hand as as Matt. They're both sticking with their side of the rink at the moment. Having said that, he's won the last 3 ends, so there's no reason for Justin to change what he's doing at the moment.
Just going to run through again, but line is not a problem there. That's a better line here from Matthew. His bowls will hold to the jack.
He's played it well.
Instant switch from Justin.
Not bad.
Yep, also a much better line.
Not bad at all. Beautifully played. And fell over. Makes a big difference just falling over. Less of a target.
Another switch from Matthew. Looking to sit the bowl, sit the jack. Inside edge of his own. A few different options there.
Is he going to get down? He is. What a
great shot.
Brilliant bowl. That was all to do with good weight, just the right weight, just to allow it to get back.
Justin's gone searching pretty hard and just put it on a wide line. Knew it really early.
See the great man Bill Fraser walking across the back near the club there. Be looking forward to his crack at a fours title. Is he sneaking past? He is not. So Matt gets to that double figure scoreline that we expected a couple of ends ago, leads at 10 shots to 5. Now Bill won an award a couple of years ago.
He did win the over 60s singles.
Over 60s singles. Was he over 60s bowler of the year?
That's a good question. But he certainly won the over 60s singles. A few years ago now.
I think he might have been over 60s bowler of the year as well. I remember having him up on stage at the awards night.
He's been around a long time,
So
Bill.
the 2 awards for the over 60s at the awards night are bowler of the year and interstate side series, and he hasn't played the interstate side series, so it has to have been bowler of the year. Yeah.
So he was a leading querying bowler when I was in Cunderdin 20 years ago.
He's a very good player.
So he's been around a long time, at a high level for a long time.
Yep.
Still playing Country v Metro as well on the occasions when he's. So his form dictates him.
And a good bloke as well.
Yes, very good. Of course, his third is Chucky Hayes. Who's
another
also
player
been
that's
around. Been a very good player.
And eternally looks 21. Great shot there from Matty. Tell you, I reckon Chucky Hayes looks the same as he's always looked.
Fountain of youth.
Yeah. And he's got the answers.
Just pulling up short, so it's 2.5 feet short. Tight line here from Matthew.
Yeah, I don't know that he's quite got the carry for that line. No, he's just going to drop across.
Well, there's interesting characters.
Yes.
State selector on your right. Lindsay Thorne.
Chris Carruthers in the middle.
Chris Carruthers in the middle. So opportunity here for Matthew. Still got 2 to 3 feet to count. Looking to hide the jack around the corner.
Yeah, this will go a long way to re-establishing his lead if he get a couple here. Still got that 5-shot advantage. But the last few ends, Justin's been coming back at him. Now, does he get round? Or is he through? He is through. So, no change there. And has opened up a little window there for Justin to play through if he wants to. Justin's only got the 1 bowl in there, but he doesn't have to play massive weight here.
No.
He's got forehand or backhand opportunities. I personally think the shot's backhand. I just wonder whether he'd get the line to get back on the forehand.
He did go back to have a second look on the forehand, so we'll see what his
puts his own bowl in more jeopardy on the forehand. I think he can play a nice shot. Well, he's going forehand, and he's going big. He's going very big. And passes right through with no impact. So, Matty will just check whether there's a second on offer here. We think it's only one. And one it is. So, 11-5, the current scoreline. First to 21 to take the title. Justin just passing through there with no contact. And the jack right to the tee again. That'll stop comfortably.
Breeze comes through again. I've lulled just for a little while.
Matty with a solid opener here. Just wants it to finish off. Yep. Pretty solid start though in these conditions. Justin continues on the opposite hand.
Does.
This is decent.
Yeah, they found the line this time.
Is decent. Well played. Angles are tricky, but I think that would be shot.
If you... Oh.
Worked off
no
the
jack.
edge for no reward.
No jack.
Well, the breeze comes up again to catch a couple of things on the table, but that will, well, I don't know.
Probably won't count.
Still a measure for shot was the signal from Michael.
Matthew's considering changing here. It's interesting. He only has to beat his own if he wanted to. Is he going to stop? No, I don't think so. So just getting that wind behind him.
Well, and he didn't go a lot too far. You know, it's only a slight correction, really. Whereas Justin has got too much on this one. Gets to the back of the rink. Does he stop? He does.
Nice. Got the backest. Matthew's got a bowl 2 inches off the ditch.
I wonder whether Matty will be tempted to go just
the two bowls.
Oh, I wonder. He does have the danger if he gets his own. He's probably going to drop 3.
Yes.
There is still room to draw, and this is what I'm talking about by that option. Yes, he's more likely to say, no, I've got room to draw, I'll play the draw.
Front touch is 3.
Needs it to get down.
Again, he's got a bit of weight on him, hasn't he?
Yep.
Well, if Justin thinks he's down, would he go the bowl?
I suppose it all depends on exactly how they feel about whether they've got shot or not. I mean, if he's got shot, there's no chance he's going the bowl, but I didn't see him get in there and have a really good look, to be honest. Draw. And that one's not going to get there.
No, got the line right.
Did that have a hint of careful about it? Maybe he thinks he's got one.
And he's calling for the measure. Justin's putting the mat down. Didn't put it straight, granted, but he did put it on the line.
Yeah, one it is to Justin. I think the last bowl just had a little hint of careful about it. even though probably didn't really need to be. But 11-6 the lead to Matt Mitchell here in the race. First to 21 for the Men's Country Week singles title here. Brought to you by AFGRI and Regional Men's Health Initiative.
Goes still. Justin just slides on by.
Well, a nudge of the jack, and who knows?
Gives them both good weight. Justin asking it to stop, and it does. Good shot there. He wasn't convinced it was going to.
Looks like our fours combinations are taking the option to go out there and have a bit of a
yes, they're having a roll. They
Poke.
are having a roll.
Does that question without notice? If they have a roll over there, are they still entitled to 2 ends roll up before the start of the match?
That's my prerogative to make that decision, which I'll make at a later date.
Now that bowl has made a big difference. That is now 3 to Justin Smith. He just rolled Matty's closest bowl out half a roll. Made a massive difference, really. Now can Matt turn this back in his favour?
Doesn't want through the
Found the
hole,
gap. Well, this is a huge opportunity. Only a bowl left each to play. Justin with a chance to draw for 4.
Justin just sliding underneath again.
Well, that's where his last one went, and he got the result. And that might have done enough again. That might be 4. I would, looking at our angle, I'd say that's 4. So, does Matty load up?
I don't think so.
There's gaps there. He found a horrible gap with his last. There's a big pack there to go at.
Certainly considering it, I think.
In these conditions, I reckon I'll be going to pack.
I would think he is.
Big weight, looking for the jack or the bowl, and he's missed the lot. Oh. So that is a huge, really out of nowhere. Justin just turning that bowl out with his third.
Just laying it down, and that was enough.
That's all it was. And 4 shots it is. So there goes the gap. 11 shots to 10 now, the scoreline. Coming from, it was 9-2. It's now 11-10. 5 of the last 7 ends going the way of Justin Smith.
It's not a bad start. It's only about 1.5 foot through. If he's just lost his weight a little bit the last few ends, he's just pushing through a bit more than he was. Just a bit too far. They're out of the picture. Justin not quite going to reach, but that may well instigate Matthew changing hands.
Just having a look at directions. It's really not making. There's no real patterns in terms of who's won.
You'd be disappointed. No patterns.
I do like a pattern. Yes, that'll do for shot for Matty. Yes, that'll be the shot. Yeah, in this direction they played 7 ends. It's 4-3 to Matt in terms of ends won in this direction. Justin just carries past. Big opportunity now for Matt to dilute that 4. If you drop a 4, if you can grab a 2 going back the other way, just puts just dilutes that damage. It's the old sort of break of serve type feel, isn't it?
Yeah. Currently 1 to Matthew Mitchell. Justin beats his own, or beats Matthew's last bowl. He's not far away. Doesn't need much of a correction off that.
He's got the option of just drifting underneath to sit the bowl as well, Pete. Wow, so close.
Just
the outside.
Just held that line, didn't it?
Great to see John Siteman joining us watching on. John Siteman, Pete, you wouldn't know John, I don't think.
Don't think so.
One of the keenest Australian Open attendees that you'll ever find from Canada. John and his mum come over for, they couldn't come over during COVID, of course, but they've been over for pretty much all the Australian Opens that have been on the Gold Coast and have a ball every time. And a huge supporter of bowls is John Siteman. Well, this looks all right for Matty.
Doesn't want to grab that jack. Doesn't want to move the jack. I think he might have stuck.
He's okay for
might
one.
only been one, but he might have stuck. Wouldn't want to go another 6 inches. He could have been 3 down.
Yes.
But I think he's okay.
Yep. That's what I wanted to do, said Justin, as he was coming down. Oh. Nigel saying, good to listen to the best bowls commentator in Australia. Now, I'm not sure he's talking about you or me, Pete.
Thanks, mate. I appreciate the compliment. Appreciate the compliment.
But we'll both take that, Nigel. Thank you.
Yeah. Yeah, I know who he secretly means.
All right, well.
He's just trying to make sure he reaches, especially pushing into that breeze, and it's just hurting him a little bit.
Well, Justin's on this backhand now as well. But he was there on the previous end in this direction because he sat the bowl on that angle. So maybe he has made the switch.
I think he's just playing backhand around the clock, I think.
Yeah. Has Matty got the journey here? Don't think so. Well, opportunity knocks again here for Justin to really get down on this jack now while Matty hasn't quite found it on this end. He's pretty close.
That's a good shot. Great correction.
Yeah, well played.
So, a bit of pressure here.
Well, the good thing about that bowl is it's hidden away behind the jack as well, so it's not really a target for Matt to be able to land on. Ooh.
Just searching for that line, isn't he? And wait.
Well, suddenly, it could be Justin holding 3 again after this bowl. You'd expect he wouldn't be far away based on his previous. I think he's going to do enough to count.
You would think so. If he sits on that line.
Yeah, well, this is tough.
This is hard to get out of.
There's 4 in the previous direction. 4 on the previous end in this direction, I should say.
Really important bowl here. It's tight for a lot of bowls, but Matthews does hold.
He's played it really well. Oh, that helps a lot. When I say it helps a lot, it may have only cut 1 out, but it's probably really cut 2 out because it's cut the one. It's cut the one in Justin's hand out as well.
Yeah.
So Justin's going to head down and have a look. 2 is the signal. And that will probably see Justin play forehand with his last bowl, you would think. Up through his own. And won't want to be tight. Because that forehand gives him encouragement not to be tight.
Yeah, it's hard
he's got his bowl sitting out there as well.
You're really aiming for your own bowl, aren't you? If you get the outside edge, it's a chance to get in. The inside edge, it's a chance for you to get in. So.
So there he is out on that forehand side as predicted. And he's on the wideish line, which we also envisage now. He's trying to get back late.
Got the weight, he was a chance.
That's the most we've seen a bowl bend on that side too, but we'll just confirm the 2 shots, and if so...
We'll start again, that's what we'll do.
We're playing first to 9 from here. 12 shots apiece, first to 21 wins. So basically, first to 9. We already saw earlier on in the day Justin Smith survive. Well, I say survive, but really he was the one that came back.
Yeah, yes, he
but
came.
It was a thriller, 21-20 over Joel Leeson, whereas Matty Mitchell did his good work yesterday, defeating Michael Spadaccini 21-6 to make this final. So we should say a big well done to Michael Spadaccini and Joel Leeson, of course, equal thirds.
Definitely.
In this year's event. And
Michael was very happy, further certainly that he's got.
Yeah, we had a couple of guys like that. Wayne Council from Carnamah making the last 8. Was pretty happy with his work.
He did really well. Tim Hyatt did.
We love different names. We love seeing guys, and that's what Country Week can often bring, is just a few different names that we don't always see, at the pointy end of events, and we don't always see much of, because, the tyranny of distance for some of these guys, they don't always get those opportunities.
Yeah, it's been a really good yesterday and the day before. So,
Pete, Justin's game's just gone up a little bit over the last few ends. Just played a couple of big shots.
He has got 1 or 2 closer. Just narrowing that gap.
Yep.
I think, as we said a couple of times, Matthew just pushing through a little bit. Like he's pushing through here. When you've got a tighter hand with a tighter set of bowls, it can frustrate you.
Yeah. Well, it's interesting because we thought it might have been the other way around. We thought Justin might have had to switch to the forehand in this direction, but it's actually worked out the other way. Matty's the one that's made the switch. Justin in the area here again.
Yeah. He's getting a bit of confidence, isn't he, on this hand?
He certainly is.
Or on his backhand in general, he's getting a bit of confidence.
Coming from Matt, I reckon. I think this will be big. Solid weight, and he's missed. Momentum is with Justin at the moment. It's a funny thing, momentum, because it doesn't really exist, but you can feel it.
You can feel it. It's not a feeling, but it's something you feel.
He's in the area again here, Justin. He's all over this.
If he can turn his own over, he doesn't want to poke his head out.
He won't mind sitting there. Yeah, that's perfect. So, well, all 3 can go.
Yep. Front one onto the jack is what he's looking for.
With perfect contact, all of these can go, or 2 of them did.
Got 2.
So Justin Smith takes the lead, Pete, and that is the first time he's been in front for the match. He gets 1, leads at 13 shots to 12.
Unlucky 13.
Well, we've reached 3 minutes past 1, so we've gone longer than you thought we were going.
Yeah, no, cruise past me. This stage, I reckon we're going to get past you as well.
Quite possibly. We'll go as long as it takes. It's entertaining, and it's for sure. Been a lot of talk in the chat about the AO and the Australian Open. Don't forget to get your entries in. Get over there and have a crack. It's a wonderful couple of weeks. It's almost, it's very similar vibe to Country Week in terms of, that meeting of players that don't see each other very often.
Yes.
And being able to get across and test yourself. A very similar vibe.
A lot of different levels. Some going there to win, some going there to compete. Not necessarily win, but compete, and then some just going for social.
And some having a holiday,
meet up with
family
people.
Holiday. Yeah.
Yep, meet up with people.
Very similar vibe to Country Week. Yeah,
definitely. Yep. Different levels. So Justin's got half a jack. Matthew, a bowl of Justin's only a foot off the line of the jack, but Matthew nearly has to change with the amount of turn he's getting.
He's played it pretty well.
But he has done. Tried it really well. It may well force Justin to switch. Yes, he has.
Yeah, with that bowl just in front of Jack High, opportunity for him to work down off it.
How much run has he got for the line?
That's what it is. That's all it is. Gee, another 2 feet on that and he would have been pretty happy. I think Matty's going to have to switch back to the backhand on the back of that. All down to weight because the line's pretty good.
It's probably 3. Do you think?
There's 3 paddles in the hand. Yes, it's. I think. Got the signal.
Mistake.
Got the signal from Michael. So happy with that.
Surprised Justin switched then.
Well,
Surprised he switched.
Momentum's a funny thing, Pete.
Might not get far past me if they keep getting 3s and 4s.
It might be about to swing
Either
way
of
back in the other direction. Because, barring anything strange happening, Matt Mitchell's about to retake the lead. This is one to really take his time over. He's feeling that he needs to do that as well. You just see him take a little bit of extra time there.
Just false start.
He just knows this is a real good opportunity to count. Well, Justin can do no more on this end.
The line's good enough.
He's round the front.
His weight's pretty good as well.
He's done it beautifully.
So that'll settle him down. That'll put him in a better frame of mind.
All 4 offered by Justin Smith. Matty Mitchell says, well, I won't argue with that. 4 shots it is, 16-13. And things go back in the favour of Matt Mitchell. 5 shots away from victory.
Gone long again. Has he gone too long? I think he's lost the jack here. He has. So Justin had just disappeared, but he'll be back to throw this jack.
Looks like Sian's just arrived, so to support on the, she was joined us this morning and was keeping track of the scores. That's Justin's mum, of course.
Could say Justin's mum, but
yep.
So don't know Sian.
And a very good player in her own right.
Certainly. Instant switch away from what he's been doing.
Justin back out to the forehand side, and he really just has struggled to find the weight on this forehand side right throughout the match.
Matthew's also pushed it, so might drop inside it, but so yeah, Dean's got to switch the camera before it stops because Justin's already in motion.
Well, he's still travelling. He's not far off the jack though. Well, that'll do nicely. In fact, he didn't have as much pace as I thought either. He closed down nicely onto the jack there. Matty with every reason to reach now. He can land on that last bowl, trail the jack himself. He's not going to get down, I don't think.
No.
Okay, Pete, so, well, we don't have time to talk about it because Justin's already playing the forehand. I was going to say,
I think he'll play the forehand.
I wonder whether there will be any temptation for him to switch back to the backhand.
No. Sit his own, sit inside Matthew. He's just hung it out with that extra weight.
Right, well, Matt's got plenty to play to here. Sit that bowl, trail the jack. He's got bowls waiting.
Lost him.
As Dean's gone looking for him and he's still halfway down the green.
Lost him. Got his invisible cape on.
Can't blame Dean for that. It's almost been like watching tennis here in this game because you backwards and forwards so quickly.
He won't be shy here. He's got everything to play to.
Now, can he find the line around the front? That's the trouble. He had to drop the line, and he just dropped it too far. Well, plenty of room here.
Yeah. There's a very makeable 2 on the cards here. The line is slightly under, but he's...
I don't think that's going to do
Weight's
enough.
under as well, so he had both problems.
One it is, 16-14 the scoreline in favour of Matt Mitchell as we draw closer to finding out who our champion is going to be. It's still... What have we had? 5 of the last 7 ends have gone the way of Justin Smith. It's just that 4 in
one
there.
of those
But they
four
both,
hands
well,
who
they
has
both
a
had a
4.
4 in that time, though.
Yep.
Well, Justin started pretty well here. Just needs us to finish off. Solid. Solid without being all over it. Something to work with now for Justin. Just needs to try and beat his own bowl. Simple as that.
Line's good enough.
Weight's not bad. Will do enough. And it'll have Matty thinking about changing to the forehand, I think.
Yep, it has to. Oh, he's got to get down to the jack because he's going to run past it.
Oh, he just caught the edge. Is that 2 now? I think it would be.
Be 2, yes.
Been so interesting this match. I mean, particularly in this direction, both players have had opportunities to score numbers. It feels like this direction's the opportunity to go for broke and try and score 3s and 4s, and the other direction's been 1s.
So that'll be 3.
Yep.
A little bit of room.
Switch back to the backhand for Matt Mitchell.
And the hands are similar in line, no matter which side you're doing.
Ooh. Is he holding on for the jack?
I think he's holding on for the jack.
He has. Well, that was a tight line that held up all the way.
Tough shot here. Jack is not quite in view. There it is.
Yeah, this is tough.
That's a tight line. Gets down around it.
Well, I'll tell you what. Oh, he's caught the little edge.
Did not need that edge.
Without that, he was a chance to sit the shot bowl, and now he's probably dropping 3. As Michael's jumped the gun a little and was heading off down the other end and realised there's still a bowl left. Well, this is huge.
Yeah, this put Matty in a great
look at
position.
the difference between Matty getting that jack and just missing it. It's huge. Huge. 3 down to 2 up. He's now got, what, nearly 2 metres to draw a 3rd.
Yeah, he's just got to get past that 2 metre line, doesn't he?
These are the ones that look simple, but you've still got to execute them. How's his weight?
I don't think he's got it, has he? Every inch.
No.
Didn't
make it. It's incredible how those shots look so simple, but you can underestimate that you've still got to get it done. 2 shots it is, 18-14 to Matt Mitchell.
We did a little bit of that at our academy practice. It's very underrated quality of drawing to space.
Yeah.
It's something you should practice, drawing to space.
So much easier to focus. It sounds so silly to say, but when someone's only inches away from the jack, it gives you a focus. When there's 2 metres, you tend not to focus on a point.
No, and you're not focusing at the jack because you don't want to be there. So you're doing a metre short of it.
It is a challenging one to get into the mindset.
So practice drawing to space.
Cody Packer said, just tuned in. Is this game being broadcast in 2 times speed? It does feel that way, Code.
We can talk really quickly if you really want, Cody. Make you feel at home.
It has felt a bit that way at times. Well, there you go. Justin's just hit pause for you for a moment as he's left the rink. But don't forget, coming up, we've got the men's 4s final. And that will be a couple of familiar faces in John McCook and Leon Birch heading back out into the rink. They'll be teaming up with Peter Retallick and Brad Ball as Pinjarra look for a second title today. Of course, they were guaranteed the pairs title coming into today because they had both pairs in that. And that their 4s combination will take on Queridings, Bill Fraser, Chucky, Colin Hayes, Bullet, Vincent Hadlow, and Rob Wilson.
I tell you, we'll be able to settle into a more orderly pace in that game. Bill doesn't move fast for nobody. He moves at his own speed.
All right, Justin's back with us.
Really important end for Justin when your opponent's on 18.
I just sailed a little bit deep with that. The weight was probably not bad if he was on a good line. And Matt's made an adjustment here, I think. Yes, he's played that well. It's anyone's guess which hand they're going to play in this direction. They're switching between. Does this potentially get round? Yeah, it's trying.
Fall down?
Don't think so. Although,
I'm not sure.
Maybe. Wow.
Both still short of the jack.
It didn't feel like there was enough turn there for it to get back for shot, but one yellow is the call, so the yellow stickers do belong to Justin Smith.
I think he's got a fair bit of weight on this one.
This game is close enough that just the fall of a bowl either way could make the difference. Only 4 shots in it at the moment. Matt just 3 from home.
How's the weight? Because the line
I think
is
he's
pretty
played
good.
it well. I think he's played it really well.
That's 2. It won't deter Matthew from sticking this end. He's got a bit of license here.
Jack in the ditch for 3, Pete.
Got a bit of license on this backhand, especially with his bowls.
He will not be short. He will not be short. Backhand Jack in the well for 3. Even if he gets his own bowl, there's a fair chance of a result off it.
He could, yeah. So it doesn't need to be huge. It's really, really solid, of course, but he's getting off his own.
Got something.
Oh, he's just cleared them both, but
well, now the question is that 2?
Could still be 2, couldn't it?
We should get a signal from Michael. And we don't. So
you're usually so good at that as well.
Yeah.
You've misinterpreted.
Well, how's the journey here?
It needs a bit of gust, and he's got it in a gust, but
he
it's
won't
not
be
got
happy
enough.
with that. He will not be. That's a missed opportunity, big time. And they're going to get the tape out to determine second shot.
Might need long arms for this one. They can measure quick too.
And
This is close.
Vicky's already heading back to get the laser measure in case it's required.
Loves an opportunity.
And not required.
Oh,
yes, it is required.
The first
Okay.
umpire's call for the day.
Yep.
Here comes Vicky, Eva, joined by Sue Hogg.
Okay, so we know it's 1 to Justin. He will move to 15 minimum. Will he move to 16? We're in for a big finish. Over this distance, I really like the laser measure. I think it gives you a much more. The solid base is hard over such a long distance with a tape.
Yep.
And it's probably even a little bit long for the trammels. Yes. So I quite like the laser measure over this distance.
Oh, we're going to know if you got it straight, Vicky, that's for sure. Whoop.
There's our marquee threats to take off. Whoa.
That was a rock and roll. Just excuse me for a second.
Oh. And confirmed that it is just the one shot by the look of it. So that is now 18-15 in favour of Matt Mitchell. Okay, so Justin Smith continues to try and work his way back into this one. As Pete takes a break to sort out a few things, Doug Kelly jumps in. How are you, Doug?
I'm fine, Clive. It's been a great morning, great afternoon. Great game, and the way these two play, in the spirit they play it in, the pace they play it.
You can't look away, can you?
No, it's fantastic.
Yeah. A little bit of a break just as the breeze comes up there for Justin. Both players just a couple of feet short with their first attempt on this end.
So I was sitting over with Justin's family, being from York, and my background in Meckering. I played a lot of bowls against them and a lot of bowls with them in the league. Just can't think of better people that I've ever played bowls with.
Of course, I didn't give you a very good introduction then, Doug. Of course, Bowls WA President, Doug Kelly.
Oh, it doesn't change that much, but yeah, no,
come
thanks,
on,
Clive.
I know you love a title.
Yeah, that's right. And the same as I like working with the best broadcaster in Australia.
All right.
Ringside Clive.
Now, Justin found the weight, but he was tight with his last one. Can he do it this time? Needs to clear the front now. He'll do that. And he's made it for shot. Well played. Just got there.
And the conditions have got gusty all of a sudden.
They certainly have. And that bowl is in a really awkward spot for Matt. He's actually using some weight to try and push it back out. And he's very close. It's just going to hold. So really that last bowl of Justin's blocks Matty's draw shot. So wouldn't surprise me to see Justin switch to the forehand now and not want to move that bowl.
That's right. It takes that. He owns that side, so getting onto that other side will be the way to go. Anyway, he can probably hear us. He goes back and we'll watch and trying to change his mind. He'll know what he's doing.
Forehand it is. Okay. Put it out to a pretty decent line, but we know it. Yeah, it's just a bit quick to bend. That's all it was. That's getting back to the line, but just a bit quick.
And you sort of wonder whether it's not protected with the angle of that breeze now. Whether it's round far enough that it is a bit of protection as you get into the shelter of the building.
So, Doug, Matty can't play for that bowl again now, because if he gets bowl up onto Jack, he drops 3. Yes. So he won't be playing that. I think we'll see Matty on the forehand trying to draw the shot.
Absolutely.
Ted, we'll talk about the laser measures in just a moment. As Pete secures our marquee with everything he can find. It is 1 to Justin Smith. So Ted just asking, he thought that laser measures were banned in WA, so they're not. Trained umpires are allowed to use the laser measures, but they do need to be the trained umpires that use them, and it must be the 4-digit display laser measures that are used for umpires' calls in WA.
Yeah, as discussed at our last board meeting and approved. Justin's got good family support. Both his brothers are here, and Mum Shan, who's playing at Coolin tomorrow, has swung from York to Aussie Park.
Oh, really?
Absolutely, and then we'll be turning around and driving all the way to Coolin.
That's a fair effort.
Fair effort.
That is a fair effort. Well done.
Grandmother's there?
Yeah, they're a wonderful family.
Oh, absolutely.
Of course, we must take the opportunity to remember Hayden as well, mustn't we?
Oh, absolutely. And I was talking to Hayden's mum and reminiscing about this is the exact rink that him and his good mate Phil Jones.
Yes, remember it well.
Won a state pairs.
Had the opportunity to call that one as well.
Oh, really?
So, yes,
right, yeah.
absolutely.
I watched it as a teammate from Avon Valley, and it was a really proud moment.
Wonderful family. As this is very close to all of the jack. What a
wow.
shot! Warm
just,
applause.
Yeah. The redial of this morning's
You've been out in
semi-final.
the crowd enjoying this one, Doug?
Oh, absolutely. The vibe in amongst it, and because it's so quick, there's not a gap in between.
So you stay engaged. Well, what a reply, but
and
Jack
that's why.
has gone into the ditch. Yeah, absolutely. It's just shot for shot, isn't it?
Absolutely, and it's not to the pace of the game, the standard of the game, the way they carry themselves as individuals, as bowlers, and their respect for each other. So it's a great advert for the game.
He's got about 4 feet to add another here. And he looks... has he got the journey? Well, he's just come up out of the count there. 1 or 2 is the question. And Justin answered it for him.
Which shows you the spirit this game's being played in.
Yeah, absolutely. And remembering that shot bowl is a toucher. So, Matty will need to get out to the line. He's done that.
He's reaching. It's just a case whether he's reaching the ditch.
I think he's swimming nearly a toucher, but in the ditch.
We've seen some good bowlers go in the ditch in the last couple of days, haven't we? But not easy, he had to be there. There's not a lot of room. The wind's a factor.
Yeah, well, Justin just needs to find something on his last, doesn't he? As Matty forgets that he's standing right in front of the camera.
Yeah.
Okay, well, he'll move in a sec anyway, so that's all right. We'll be able to see the bowl come down. And he's just going to go in the ditch. So just dropped in.
And the same scenario, they're just got to be there. There's no quarter given in this game, and we saw in the last one that if you didn't seize the opportunity, well, you didn't play in the final.
What's Matty thinking about here? He's having a good think as he walks back. I don't think he's got an option to play weight. That bowl's a toucher, that is a shot bowl. He couldn't afford to lose his own 2. I think he has to draw the shot. But he's definitely thinking about something.
Is he shaping for weight?
Has he remembered that bowl's a toucher?
He's too good not to know that.
It has to be what he's thinking about. I think he needs to just draw the shot. He's definitely thinking blue onto blue, but you can't get the angle on that toucher really.
No.
Oh. He's not bad, He's not bad. Has he done enough? The applause from Justin Smith would say yes.
The angle says.
Yep, there it is.
Indication is. Yep.
So, held his nerve, thought about it, drew the shot, 19-16. As Doug leaves us, Peter jumps back in. Now, Peter, just don't leave the headset next time because Doug just grabbed it and jumped in. So.
I gave him a little encouragement.
No, we appreciate Doug's time. He's very willing. Anything bowls. He's a fantastic man. So we appreciate his time.
Secure our dwellings, which would indicate how strong this breeze is.
Absolutely. All right, Matty looking to climb down onto this jack straight away. He's just gone past, but could be handy later in the end. First, the jack has a huge advantage here in these conditions now with that wind right up. Scoreline 19-16 in favour of Matty Mitchell. Justin gets to the jack first on this end.
It's a pretty good response here.
Oh, is it ever? Brilliant.
So, putting the pressure on.
Stayed almost right on the front of it too. Bowl can be nudged just past. And that'll just hold on the outside.
He might have missed, but that may be useful in the
Good
giving
for
the
later.
Confidence later.
Yep.
That he can actually play a shot.
Because
So.
Matty's only got to find another one in there and he will hold game. Hold the title. That won't do it. Justin just has to play control weight here because he can't afford his own bowl to go too far. Now, how's this? Still not getting down.
I think he'd like to sit on that, but just to.
Well,
yeah, he's going to have some decisions to make, isn't he?
I think Matt just needs to get another one in the zone. Even if he doesn't count with it, he stops Justin from playing any sort of weight. If he can just get another one in the area. At the moment, Justin can still play a little bit of weight, knowing that he can't put his bowl too far out and bring the back one in.
He just doesn't want to. If he gets the outside of Matthew's bowl, he's pushing it onto the jack.
We've talked about how quickly these players have played, but Matty has taken the moments when he's needed to.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, they're not all full steam ahead. There is some thought into it as well. Oh, it's a decent line for him.
Yeah, I don't know about the pace here.
So Justin just can't afford to get the outside of the bowl, pushing it onto the jack with a couple of metres.
Yeah. Yeah.
So
it needs to be bigger, which he can't play because if he gets his own bowl out, he loses the game. This is almost.
Or he just needs to get.
This is almost
get
a draw shot.
He's got to get the ball past the jack if he's playing any kind of weight. Anything onto the jack is in trouble.
That's well under the line. So that is going to be another one on the board to Matt. He moves within one shot of the title, but we've seen this before today, and Justin Smith was able to come back and find his way into the final. So I wouldn't be writing off Justin Smith just yet, but it's Matty Mitchell that just needs to win one more in to take the title. Cam Green, Doug missed out on that comment. He would have loved that.
What is Cam's words of wisdom?
Cam saying a Premier League debut this week for Doug Kelly.
He is, yeah.
He is in the Osborne Park lineup.
Of course, Cam himself will be on the way to Doubleview for tonight's game. He'd be on the way, yeah. He'd be there early.
A bit early.
He'd be there early. He'd get 5 hours of practice in.
That's going to be a big one.
It is important, isn't it?
Doubleview versus Mount Lawley tonight.
2v4.
Mount Lawley can get the win. Certainly going to make things interesting for the final week of qualifying rounds, if you want to call them that.
Yeah.
Top four play each other. South Perth against Cambridge.
Yeah, and 1v3, 2v4.
And Manning lurking.
Dangerously too.
Absolutely they are. that's a good opener from Matt. In these conditions, just to land one a foot away with your first bowl is a very handy start. Justin's reply is just going to push too far. So still 1 to Matty. That's all he needs. When you need one shot and you draw a nice close bowl first bowl, it just puts the pressure straight on the opposition, doesn't it?
Yep. Allows you to relax a little bit as well.
He's added another.
That'll be 2.
That's roughly where Justin's bowl passed with the last. Doesn't look happy with that body language wise.
Stuck it out wide with extra weight.
Well, this has certainly got some steam on it.
Yeah, I think he clearly wanted to go back, but not quite that far back, I wouldn't think.
Shane Knott saying 4th is the spot to be. That's obviously referring to Manning winning it from 4th.
Yeah, it's not uncommon for them.
Matt Mitchell heads back. He was the 2020 champion of this event. He will be hoping right now that he's playing his last bowl of this event. He's done pretty well. Another one in there. Doesn't really make anything bigger in terms of targets.
You'd be tempted just to go this, wouldn't you?
Very.
Very difficult to draw it.
And I think that's what we're seeing.
Most circumstances.
Justin Smith with big weight looking to get bowled to Jack. He has not done so, and that is going to be it. A fantastic match. Played at record pace, fair to say. And it is Matty Mitchell, Emu Point, that takes the win, 21-16. As I said, he was the 2020 champion. He's now the 2024 champion. And take about both players. Justin, just to make the final, had to stage a big comeback this morning to beat Joel Leeson 21-20. But Matty Mitchell takes the title 21-16 in a high-quality fair in difficult conditions, fair to say. And really, it was the early onslaught of 9-2. But Justin Smith was able to fight back and get it back to 12 all. He even got his nose in front at 13-12.
Yeah, it looked like it swung right around, hadn't it?
But then it was a 4 to Matty Mitchell that re-established the lead. And that was enough for him to hold off with 5 ones in the last 5 ends. 2 of them going to Justin Smith, but 3 of them going the way of Matty Mitchell. It was an entertaining match, mate.
Oh, yeah. Really difficult conditions, isn't it? Really difficult. But we're going to go to the presentations.
Yeah,
so
I'll let you go to that.
So,
sorry.
Oh yeah, you just cut me off.
Well, yeah.
Yeah. No,
That's
see you
how it
later.
works.
I'll see you for the next game in the Force.
Yeah, no worries. All right, thanks, Peter. We will just assemble over for the presentations. But, of course, we still got the Fours final to come. And that final will be between Pinjarra, who are already champions today in the pairs. But we have Brad Ball, Peter Retallick, Leon Birch and John McCook. And they will take on Quaireding's Bill Fraser, Colin Hayes, Vincent Bullet Hadlow and Rob Wilson. That is our Fours match. Now, that will be around about 2 o'clock, so don't go too far. And, of course, it's a big thank you to AFGRI and Regional Men's Health Initiative, as you can see on your screen there. AFGRI do a wonderful job at supporting Country Week, Regional Men's Health, Talk to a Mate, their campaign, and they do a wonderful job getting out there in the regional communities and promoting the very important men's health message in terms of well-being. It's a really important space, and they do it so well. So if your club wants to get involved, then get in touch with Bowls WA. Say you'd like to have a session at one of your events. They get combined with the big events out there in the country areas, and they'll come out and deliver a wonderful message for you. It looks like we're just about ready. So let's cross to Phil Manning for the presentations of the men's singles.
Check, check. Well, the Blue Ribbon event, the singles, very, very trying conditions. Well done you two guys. You are definitely no strangers to singles. Justin's won a couple and Matthew's now won his second. But first of all, a very good game this morning too, and he's still here. Joel, Leeson, Dennison, I'd like you to come and pick up your trophy. Well done, Joel. Well done, Joel. Played in some trying conditions this morning in the rain. Well, like I said, these two are definitely no strangers to singles. Great singles players, and very, very trying conditions. I sat behind the bowls and they were waving all over the place. It's very hard. Fairly quick game. You don't muck around when you play with these two. If you don't get out of the way, you're going to have a bowl run over your toe, I reckon. So Justin Smith, well done. Runner-up, has won 2 singles before. So congratulations, runner-up after 8 days. It's pretty good effort, mate. Cheers. Take that one, and if you want to say something. And come behind this mic because that's a live streaming one as well.
I'll just start with Matty, mate. Awesome game. Obviously, everyone can see it's pretty tough out here, but can't help the rain and whatnot. And he outbowled me, so well done, mate. Thanks to everyone that hung around and watched. The pairs boys, well done to them who won. Good luck to the fours boys and everyone that come and supported myself mainly. I appreciate it. Thank you.
Well done, mate.
Cheers, mate.
I want your photo in a minute too. Rightio. Once again, winner, Matthew Mitchell, Emu Point. Yes. Matty, well done. Second title, played awesome. I watched a fair bit of Matty's bowls this week, starting last Thursday night, and he's been pretty consistent, that's for sure, in every facet. Cheers. Speaking to them both, because that's the long stream.
Yeah, just like to Justin, your legend, mate. Thanks for that. That was very hard work. So, to Bowls WA, thanks for running the event. It's been good. To all the guys I came up with from Emu Point, thanks guys. Always a good week, or 12 days actually. But most of all to my family. 12, 13 days away from home. It's hard, especially with 3 young kids at home. To them for supporting me when I'm up here. Really appreciate it. Thank you.
Yeah, it's a hard slog. If you've played in Country Week till the last day, it is it's hard work. So once again, thanks to Aussie Park and all the clubs. Like I did mention before, the clubs that have hosted us and helped us out. Thank you very, very much. And the fours will be underway very shortly. So stay tuned and let's watch another classic end to Country Week.
Yeah, there you have it. Matty Mitchell, champion, and Justin Smith. What a fantastic display they put on. Great respect for one another, as you saw there in the words. So, yes, that leaves us with one match to come. We'll just let you know what that is one more time. It's going to be the fours final. It'll be Pinjarras, Brad Ball, Peter Italic, Leon Birch, and John McCook to take on Quaireding's Bill Fraser, Colin Hayes, Vincent Bullet Hadlow and Rob Wilson. We will be back, I would say, in about 15-20 minutes, so don't go too far. Make sure you like the Bowls WA Facebook page and turn your notifications on so that you get a notification when we are live. To AFGRI and Regional Men's Health, thank you, and we'll join you back here at Osborne Park when we have the fours final in around about 20 minutes' time.
If you take one step, then you will